Morning, everybody. Voodoo Piper coming at you. Title says it all. Boredom in a bowl. I'm bored. I get to wait until 10 o'clock. It's about 8:30 right now. I got nothing to do. Nowhere to go. Nothing I want to do. Might as well smoke. It ain't even Friday. Hey, it's Wednesday. Figured I'd say hi. See if anybody wanted to join me for a smoke. It's not going to be a short one. Cherry on top. Ooh, look, I refocused. Had to. Hey, Cherry, one more thing. That's not a knife. It's a Leatherman. Brandishing a knife. Anyways, should Cherry actually see this, just know that I was tempted to go with Jim Croce, Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle. Because that would have been some excellent guitar music. While we chooch on this and talk about people who make crazy statements like sweet chicken. Or maybe not talk about them. Anyways, this Voodoo review. I'm outrageously off in left field normally. And with nothing better to do, I'm gonna smoke. You know, honestly, I'll just practice blowing smoke rings till I see someone show up. Hopefully that doesn't get too boring. I'm no good at it, so might as well practice while I got the time, right? Anybody watching? And they would like one of these little beauties. It's a great little smoker. 18 bucks. Seriously, 18 bucks. At that price, you probably want to get two of them. Or several. It's an unfinished French briar. I got it from RNA Treasures. They got a lot of really nice pipes that are unbeatable on price. Give them a look. You can find them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, God. Just about every other possible way. You can find them at their eBay store, but if you find them everywhere else, they'll get you to the eBay store. Oh, I let it go out on purpose. Nope, still no smoke rings. Still no smoke. Gotta tell you, I love this stuff. It's the Planta 2010. I've been talking about it for almost a month now. The after dinner mixture. Tastes of chocolate. And it's got like a port scotch type taste that it's really pleasant. But man, does it ghost a bowl. Hey, I almost had one. So I'm sitting here in my truck, adjusting the windows, trying to get the airflow right so it doesn't fill all the way up with smoke. Enjoying this. Gonna be up to almost 60-degree weather. It's t-shirt weather. Man, it's time to break out the wife beater shirts and make sure to put enough sun on the tattoos. Yeah, I got a few. I keep them hidden, but I got them. Honestly, for many years, nobody would even believe I had tattoos. I didn't look right. I looked like that scrawny little kid that would never look right. But that scrawny little kid used to eat. God, I used to eat. Not gonna lie to you, I one time counted it all out. 50,000 calories in a day. I was super physically active. I had maybe 2% body fat. Maybe. It's like I had a tapeworm. I could eat all day. When I was in the Army, they did their best to put some weight on me. Oh, 3 meals every time chow was served. I went in weighing 120 for basic training. I came out of basic and airborne weighing 160. Cut. I was all muscle. There wasn't anything I couldn't do. Then my metabolism quit, and hey, Doomsday, how's it going? First visitor of the day is Doomsday Piper from the Air Force. My son being in the Air Force, I really appreciate that. Anyways, Doomsday, I'm just chatting, enjoying a bowl. Not really doing much, nothing but being bored. That's right, that's right. My son is security forces out in San Antonio last time I checked, but I received a photograph of him wearing this winter gear coat that looked like it was swallowing him. I don't know if the Air Force has any bases that require that kind of cold weather gear, but all right, I'm of two minds about that. I want him to go. I want him to go and see the world and get a broader view of things that are more than... Okay, so you've seen it. Is it bright white? It only comes in white. It's just this huge Stay Puft marshmallow looking thing. So anyways, yeah, I want my son to go out and see the world and experience life. And, you know, I thought joining the Air Force would be good, but I kind of wanted him to have a job that would transfer back into real world with some good experience. And he took, I'm going to be a police officer. Sage green marshmallow. Okay. Well, you got a good one. His is bright white. If he's wearing that in San Antonio, they're going to see him from 500 miles out. I mean, my son is actually lighter skin tone than I am. I can actually pull down a pretty good tan, but I don't know. Hopefully the Air Force will get him out of doing what he was doing beforehand, and which, like most kids of nowadays in age, that means video games. Tons of them. Not that a ton of video games are anything wrong. I mean, if you can make a living at it, there's actually some people here on YouTube that make a damn good living doing nothing but video games. Focus, focus, focus. Back here. There we go. What I've heard about was some guy named Manny out in Germany. I don't know, Manni. Seems like every time there's a brand new game out, he already has it before everybody else, and he's playing it at some sort of crazy high level, so I guess he pays in a crap ton of money for it. Somehow he's got some million followers on YouTube or something like that. I don't know. Hey, but there are some of these pipe guys that have 3,000, 4,000 followers. I mean, I'd love to be there. Come on, focus. There we go. Sort of, maybe. All right, there we go. I would love for the ability to turn on one of these live feeds and 50 people jump in just because they know it's going to be a decent time. I don't know. So Doomsday, you getting a pipe in today, or is this some more study day, or what's going on? Yeah. I work at night. I do what I do at night. And then my wife works right across the street. House hunting. Oh, God. Where are you going to be moving to? I mean, we could put the word out for everybody who knows anybody in that area. Maybe we can get them to hook up with you, help you out in finding a house. Maryland. Only about an hour and a half from where you're at now. Nice. I've actually been through Maryland a couple times. I back-to-back weekends, in fact. I took a Harley, mine, and rode it from the airport in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for anybody who's confused by that, and rode it down to Virginia Beach, Virginia, just in case anybody's confused with that. 300 miles one way, and in fact most of it right through Maryland. Crazy part is I had nothing better to do, and I decided I wanted to go sing some karaoke, and I knew a place in Virginia Beach. No, I couldn't do something smart like just go someplace in Philadelphia. No, I'm gonna run 300 miles away and do karaoke. Yeah, I must have been crazy. The ride was excellent. I gotta tell you, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge will make you be a believer in motorcycles. You get out there on a motorcycle on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and it's like you're flying. There's spots where there's water in front of you, water on both sides, and you can see a little strip of road in your rearview mirror. And then you jump down through this tunnel. A little while later, you pop out of the tunnel and you're on another chunk of bridge. And again, there's water in front and behind and on all the sides, and it's as close to flying as I think I've ever realistically come without acquiring a pilot's license or being in a plane. Yeah, first weekend I went down for the karaoke. Second weekend I went down for that ride. Ride was beautiful. In fact, first weekend I ended up, it rained on me about halfway, starting just outside of Philly. It started raining, and it rained on me until right around the Maryland line. And man, I was soggy. I wasn't going to stop. You know, back then I was 5'10" and bulletproof. I've never been 6 foot tall. But yeah, if you can rent a bike, either somewhere in Virginia or Maryland or any of those places like that, oh man, you figure out where the Chesapeake Bay Bridge is and hit it. As far as a straight line trip, that's really awesome. Now, if you like the curvy stuff, you go find Lynchburg, Virginia. You come out of Lynchburg, Virginia, and you head to Highway 81. No, it's not Tail of the Dragon. I don't know what it's called. I've been on Tail of the Dragon. Yeah, that's a marvelous set of twisty turnies also, but I like this one better. It's less known. It's just as much fun. But if you start in Lynchburg, Virginia, and you head towards West Virginia, or if you're out on Highway 81 and you turn back towards Lynchburg, Virginia, don't take the easy route. There is an easier route. But there's this little twisty, turny, I want to say that it was like 81 or 51 or 051 or 150, or if I was looking at a map, I could point it out to you in a heartbeat. But it is 7 or 8 miles of back and forth, up and down, beautiful scenery. I suggest taking it right there when the leaves start changing in fall, because God, I could only imagine what it would look like then. I saw it when it was green. Back then I had a job that only allowed me to come home for 2 weeks of the year. Agreed. Always, if you can get a bike out in the fall before it starts getting cold, when the leaves are changing, take yourself a GoPro or something. You're going to want video. Back then, they didn't have GoPros, and video on a phone was not heard of. Hell, camera phones were barely even heard of back then. And you had to pay thousands to get that, and they weren't very good. But yeah, if when you get out there, it's like that, you're going to want to be able to show it off. And not just to a few people, you're going to want to show it off to everybody. Unfortunately, I'm going to be 45 this year, and I did most of my traveling when I was 30-ish. A little bit before 30. And I took a Nikon camera with me everywhere. Took a ton of pictures. Piper69, how you doing? Hey, I stopped by Piper's channel today. He's doing a He's doing a GAW, a GAW, a giveaway. Real simple. I'm going to let his channel say how to get in. But if you don't know the Piper 69, you need to go find out. What he's going to be giving away, I'm telling you, if you don't want it, send it to me. I'll take it. It's just that simple. Of course, I will say, if you don't want it, you don't like pipes. Let's just say that if the words Dagner and Esoterica, if that doesn't pique your interest, nothing will. And yes, I claim that I wanted Pembroke because I like Englishes. And it's in English. Of course, I'm smoking something from Germany today, the Planta after dinner mixture. It's nice. Oh yeah, that Dagner Cobb is beautiful. Anyways, everybody needs to go to his channel and check him out. Sub him. Show him some love. He's going to show us some love by giving stuff away. You better show him some love by being a sub. I mean, how do you grow your channel? You give stuff away, or you make yourself a nuisance everywhere. Hi, I'm a nuisance. I am definitely a nuisance. I show up in people's lives. I type too much stuff in there. I talk like I'm some sort of expert. Shh, don't tell anybody. I actually might be, but we don't need to tell them that. Those faint hits of chocolate and that little bit of a flavor of a port finished scotch. Gotta tell you, what's not to enjoy? The pipe was cheaper than a pound of tobacco. Wait, did I just say that? Yes, I just said that. $18 for the pipe, $20 for the pound of tobacco. Okay, it might be 19 with the little bit on there, if you wanted it set up exactly the same way as I got it. I smoke a lot with the bit in my teeth. They call it the clench. Yeah, well, Doomsday, I gotta tell you, when you're reviewing tobacco blends, it helps to look for it on sale, and it helps to buy it in bulk. I found some of my best sells at smokingpipes.com, but that's not the only place I go. I'm just saying that seems to be where I get most of everything that I purchase. They've got a crazy load of tobacco. But I buy local when I can. Today I'm not reviewing, so in honor of Zach, I'm going to be drinking coffee. This has been in this cup for almost 2 hours now, and it's still blazing hot. Those Yeti cups are great, especially if you're going to be traveling. Mine's actually an Arctic, which, if you know about this, what happened is a guy and a girl started the Yeti company. Then the girl decided she was going to get a divorce from the guy. So the guy started Arctic and immediately cleared the patents that were in his name so that all these other companies could do what Arctic's doing, which is exactly what Yeti's doing. So now you can go to Walmart and pick up a Ozark Trail or something like that. It's half the price of Arctic. Hell, it's a quarter of the price of Yeti. Just as good as far as I can tell. For that matter, the lady that got the divorce, oh yeah, this brand is good. Definitely good. So when she got the divorce, she didn't realize that whoever filed the patents in their name got to keep the patents. She filed a cease and desist. He showed up with the patent records in his name. The judge threw it out. Didn't even take 10 minutes. Only people got paid were lawyers. Damn lawyers. Actually, I don't hate all lawyers. I got a divorce lawyer once, and I liked him. Yeah, I liked that one. And I know an immigration lawyer who lives in LA. A real nice lady. I like her. Had it not been for the fact that I wanted to be with who I'm with now, I would have tried to have been with her. But my wife knows that, and I live in Texas, and she lives in Los Angeles, and that's a lot of space in between. Hell, from where I live, you can drive all day and still be in Texas if I was heading to her location. Don't want to make that drive. It's too long. But the immigration lawyer taught me something. And I worked for an insurance company, and the insurance company didn't even want to teach me this one. So here we go. If you're driving down the road and you miss the speed signs and you get yourself a speeding ticket in some little podunk town out in the middle of nowhere, they want you to come back and go to court and waste your time. So now I'm going to teach you the easiest way to take care of that ticket. And it sounds like a lie, but it works. 100% accurate, all 50 states. If you don't live in the United States of America, I don't know if it's going to work. But here we go. Call the court. Find out how much it's going to be. Round up to the nearest $5. So if it's, let's say it's a $100 ticket, send them $105. You mail it to them in a cashier's check or a money order. It gets there, they cash it. They pay off the ticket. Now, here's the tricky part. They're going to mail you a check back for how much extra you sent. Burn that check when it shows up. Burn it. Destroy it. Shred it. Tear it into little pieces. Throw it away. No, don't throw it away. Because if anybody cashes it, you get hit. And here's why I'm saying you get hit. The police department, wherever you got that ticket, they cannot issue out to your insurance company and to the state to issue points on your license. That doesn't sound like much. But for $5, you just saved yourself $25 every time you pay your insurance bill for the next 5 years, because it takes 5 years for a point to drop off your license. Every point is an extra $25 that your insurance is going to tack onto your license. And it could affect you later when you try to do anything about buying a car or various other things. I believe that some states you can even go to jail if you have enough points on your license. So for $5, you eliminated all the points that can be issued to your license. It's worth burning it. Burn the $5. Throw it away. No, don't throw it away. Like I said, if somebody finds it and cashes it, boom, it goes right onto your license. But they cannot issue the points until both sides of the balance sheet reach zero. If they don't reach zero, because they owe you money, now it's got to be over 99 cents. Don't let them have the easy way out. Give them a full at least $1 over. I just say round up to the nearest $5 past what you need, and you should be good. As long as it's more than a full $1. But yeah, I mean, to be able to say, oh, I don't have any points on my license. When you can say that, your insurance goes down. It saves you money by throwing an extra $5 at it. And it's for something simple like speeding, or you didn't see that stop sign because there's a bush or something in the way. There's places out there that will get you, and when they get you, they're hoping you show up in court. They're not going to take extra money when you show up in court. They're going to take the exact amount. So mail it into them, save yourself the time and money, and be done with it. It will disappear. Fastest, easiest, most legal, crazy loophole way to take care of it. And yes, that I was taught by an immigration lawyer out of Los Angeles. And I've had tickets in Kentucky, and I had a ticket in Dallas, and both of them got handled this way. And I have worked for an insurance company that looked for all those tickets, and they couldn't find the one in Kentucky or the one in Dallas. Say what you want. It's not reported. You win. And yes, you can tell everybody you want to about this. Nobody's going to believe you. They don't believe me. I worked for an insurance company, and I've done it twice. Now, if you are living in the city and you're getting some little speeding ticket, happens all the time in big cities, you can do it there too. I mean, why not? But yeah, if you're out in some podunk town, they know it's a speed trap. They're out there to catch you. And they're going to sooner or later. If it happens, the way to handle it, I've just described it as best as possible. Hey, we have a new viewer. Or at least it says we're up to 3. Howdy, whoever you are. Worst part is they showed up just after I finished telling them how to save money. And yes, the one that happened in Kentucky was in one of those little bitty places out in the middle of nowhere. And it was coming down the side of a mountain. And it went from 65 to 55 to 45 to 35 in the space of a parking lot. And it was going downhill. And right down there at the bottom, there's that cop. And little S10 I was driving was loaded full of crap. There was no way I was going to get it slowed down fast enough. Boom. He lit me up. That's fine. I thanked him for giving me the ticket. He's out there to do a job. It is what it is. First responders should get some respect. They're doing a job that nobody wants to do, and it could end up killing them. You never know who they never know who they're going to walk up to. I wouldn't want that job or that responsibility. But other first responders, let's see. Our military, the firefighters, the EMTs, all of them. They're all going into danger when everybody else with a brain cell is getting the hell out of danger. Brave men and women, and they deserve the respect that they should be getting, and they don't. which is why I didn't want my son to go be a security forces in the Air Force, because the only thing it transfers into being is a police officer in the real world. And I want my son to live. Being a police officer in today's world environment is a dangerous thing. I thought airplane electrician or mechanic would have been great. I can hear planes flying over. Y'all might have heard a few. Every one of them has to have certain amounts of regular checkups. I hear that right here in the Houston area, on average, they're making $68,000 a year. OSI? I'll try. Yeah, he listened to the recruiter, and the recruiter said, if you get into security forces after a 6-year hitch, we can make you a pilot. And he's as blind as I am. He can't be a pilot. He couldn't be a pilot of anything on the river, much less in the air. Uncorrectable vision. He's never going to be a pilot. Okay. I'm gonna definitely watch this whole video back so I can record that down. I need a pen and a piece of paper right now so I could write that down. I mean, I know he's smart. And if anybody ends up anywhere near a Michael McDonald in the Air Force, get him to laugh for you. He's got a goofy laugh. Trying to keep your bearing while he's laughing is pretty close to impossible. I didn't teach him that laugh. That's what he came up with. That's the way he laughs. But you'll know it if you meet him. Hey, we're up to 3 people again. Howdy, newcomer. Whoever you are, wherever you are. Don't be shy. We don't bite. Air Force Office of Special Investigations. All right. Howdy from New Mexico. Hey, Southwest aficionado. As anybody who's ever been on one of Zach's feeds, if you see anybody in here that you don't know, please give them some sub love. I like the spelling, Piper69. I really do. Good old hooah! I haven't even said those words in a freaking God. I don't even know. It's been a while. $12 years. Nice. Well, congratulations on 12. Hope you hit that 20 mark. Hard to do. Much respect. I myself, I got in during Bush Sr. and got invited to leave during Mr. Clinton. I call it getting invited to leave. Let's see. How do we say invited to leave? Oh, that's right. My job was 52 Delta, power generation equipment repair. I had been through my whole A school. I kept my airborne wings. I had 3 unit commanders that wanted me to come back because anything that broke down, I could fix. Are you trying to tell me the Air Force or the Army or the Marines or the Navy don't break stuff? We break stuff with style. We're good at it. I go to re-up. They showed me a blank piece of paper. Said, sign this blank piece of paper, we'll get you in. I was like, but nope, not going to do the blank piece of paper. I need words on there. Came back a week later. Infantry. And I was going to lose rank. I was going to lose my wings. I was going to have to go back to boot camp. And I was never again going to be designated as 52 Delta. I understood exactly what they said at that point. They gave me the 1-finger salute and told me to get out. And that's what I did after 6 years of time. And I can honestly say I was never in any danger that I didn't bring upon myself. Only danger I was realistically in was jumping out of aircraft to chase heavy stuff to the ground. What else do you do with a guy who can fix anything that's airborne? When you push something big out the back of a C-130 or one of the cargo planes or whatever from 30,000 feet, when it hits the ground, something's going to break. Two deployments in Iraq. Man, brother, that's and Afghanistan? Good Lord. Syria? Brother, you got to take care of yourself. Be careful. Be careful. I want to see many more years of you making videos. See, now that man's a hero. I don't care what anybody else wants to say. He's going to places and doesn't even have an option to say, I don't want to go. I know I'd be saying I don't want to go. I literally got in and did my basic training right after Desert Storm. 42 days. I couldn't have been in danger if I wanted to. Now, Korea was fun. Honestly, I did get to go to Korea. It was a short little hop. In 3 days, out. It is if you only have to stay 3 days. They wouldn't let me anywhere near anything that was dangerous. We landed. Oh, God, you know, I don't remember. We landed for fuel, and when the damn plane hit, it blew a couple of tires on the, I think, yeah, the right side landing gear. And we had to wait for another plane to fly in with some damn tires so that we could get back up in the air. I got to stay on the plane the whole time. It was May. I want to say it was May. It wasn't real hot. I've heard it gets warm, but C5s, yeah. Please don't ever let me have to look at a C5 again. Don't ever want to look at a C5 again. I would like to note that I have broken my record. We have 4 people here in chat, though one or so has not said hi. Howdy, whoever you are. Yeah, I'm up to, I will be honest, a couple weeks ago, 2 hours, and it was myself and Doomsday. That was it. 2 whole hours. Wait, I think PT Daily joined in for about 30 seconds right as I was finishing up. At that point in time, I found out that Doomsday was going to be taking a test for a promotion. Hopefully that one goes through and you maxed out and get a real good promotion and some money to boot on that. I know that those paychecks ain't big in the military. I can remember when I was in, I got 95 cents an hour. Yeah. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, except for on leap year when it was 366. Rates out to 95 cents an hour is what it was. And I was feeling rich at that. Really, last promotion test. Will you still be eligible for promotions, or is that like your glass ceiling and they're going to say, bye Doomsday, like they did to bye Fried? Anybody who's looking for me on Twitter, look for FRIEDONALD. Fried Donald. I got a little bit of time. I'll quickly tell you how that came about. Back in 2004, somebody decided mailing some white powder through the mail was a good idea. Was not my idea. Okay. Company I got hired on by was going to, come on, refocus, back here. Smoke in there. That's what it is. Anyways, the company I was working for got hired to install equipment in all the post office areas, and because I had already been in the Army, I had already been inoculated for such small hazardous things like anthrax. I'm not going to say what the white powder was, but I'm thinking we can all guess at this point. So I take off on this job. That's the job where I went all over the planet. Somehow I lost my train of thought. I'm not even sure where this was going. But got to go everywhere. And because of the Army, I got to go all these places. So if anybody Twitter name, that's right, yes. So I signed up for an AOL account because that's all there was back then. It was dial-up. You had to have something to pay bills. And I had a cell phone. So I had to at least pay that bill. And I had vehicle insurance, so I had to go at least some way to pay that bill. And the only way to do it from out in the middle of wherever you happen to be was to pay it online. So I typed in about 30 different names that I thought were going to be easy to remember for an AOL account. And all of them were taken. Every last one of them. It's like about ready to choke somebody. And I clicked the little button that said, let AOL pick one. Okay, let's see what they come up with. Well, my real name is Donald. And at the time, I was an electrician. And when they came up with FRIEDONALD, Fried Donald, I laughed myself out of the chair. And when I could finally see enough to sit down again, this camera's not going to focus on me today. When I could finally see enough to sit down in that chair again, I accepted it because it was absolutely hilarious. And I was Fried Donald on AOL, and I've collected Fried Donald just about everywhere possible. And I've kind of shortened it so that it was just Fried. So anybody ever hears me refer to myself as Fried, there's a reason behind it. And to me, that reason was because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So how's the weather in New Mexico? Sorry, I put Southwest on the spot with that one. For those of you in the military, don't let us know where you're at. I would hate for somebody to get a hold of this and be able to use it in some sort of nefarious way. Unless you feel like saying where you're at, go right ahead. Just know that if you're in the military, I am thinking about you because my brothers and sisters, much respect. Have a good one, Piper 69. And everybody who's watching now, please remember to sub the Piper 69 and get him to sub you back, and he's doing a GAW right now. The drawing happens on March 16th. Good guy, good stuff. And his giveaway looks to be an excellent selection. So can't help but say, Doomsday, you be careful out there. Have a good one. I'm not too much longer. This pipe's been relit about 20 times now. So, Doomsday's out. I sure will. I am smoking in a French Briar from RNA Treasures. This is Planta, Planta, after dinner mixture. It's also listed as Anno or ANNO MMX, so 2010. Anyways, it was the mixture they produced in 2010, and it's got a little bit of a chocolate and a little bit of a like a port scotch. Very tasty. If I'd stop talking so damn much, I could probably keep it lit. I know I could keep it lit. So Southwest, I'm going to recap for you something. If you get a ticket, speeding ticket, you know, some minor traffic offense, it is easier to call the court, find out how much it is, mail them a cashier's check or money order, but round up. Give them like about $5 extra. Sounds like it's crazy to do this. But when they get the money, they're going to mail you a check. You burn that check. Because until both sides of the balance sheet reach zero, they can't issue the points onto your license. This is a trick. It's legal in all 50 states. I don't know if there's places around you that have speed traps, but the other 49 states, I guarantee, have them. But you know it now. And tell your friends. And they're not going to believe you. Look, I worked for an insurance company. The insurance company didn't even want to tell me that. It was actually a immigration lawyer that lives in LA. And if you go to court, see, the problem is if you go to court, they're going to want you to stand right there while they give you the change. Once they give you the change, they can issue those points onto your license. If you mail it, they don't have any option other than to mail it back to you. And the reason that you burn the check is because as soon as it's cashed, it could be 20 years later. If they cash it, somebody cashes it, somebody finds it and cashes it, your points get added in right then. You can die and they can cash it. But yeah, for $5 to not have a extra point on your license, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, that's the real biggest problem, is that you got to be able to pay it all at one shot, plus the extra. You can't send them a check online, because if you're doing it online, all they've got to do is say, yeah, oh, this is all we're taking out of that transfer, thank you. I don't know anybody who's never had a ticket. But I do know how to get out of the points. And I try to tell everybody. Because the only thing the points are going to do is end up raising your insurance. It's going to cost you like $25 for every point. So to throw $5 at it so that you never have to have that, definitely worth it. So Southwest, it's what, 8:40 in the morning for you? Oh yeah, definitely good advice. 8:40 in the morning, 60 degrees. Are you smoking already, or is this just waiting for something, or had some time that you could just blow listening to me blather on? Three bowls already. You, sir, are a trooper. I salute you, because I am not worthy. I'm only on number 2. Though, a couple weeks back, ISPD, IPSD, International Pipe Smoking Day, I definitely had 10 bowls. I'm a little smoked out by then. Hey, if you got to get out of here, go. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not concerned. Don't ever feel like you have to sit in here with me. I was just bored, sitting around doing nothing for an hour and a half. I figured go live and see if anybody wanted to chat. Here I am. Yeah, I shattered a kneecap. Good Lord. Today will be, well, from 08 till today. Learning to walk again was painful. I'll never be able to run again. Yeah, I had what they called a radial fracture. 29-piece kneecap. It's wired together with a mesh that looks like a bird's nest. And it hurts constantly, especially when the weather changes. But I was walking on it a month later. Heck, don't even go into the airport. My knee makes them a little bit nervous just going through the airport metal detectors. So much fun. And then they send me now through the body scanners. Body scanners, they give this box down at my knee that says, he's got something hard in there. Duh, I told you. I got a wire mesh in there holding my kneecap together. They don't know. They don't care. We could go with the that's what she said jokes. It's fine. I'm good with that. She said grow the beard so I don't look like my dad. She also says shave it off because she doesn't like the beard. That's what she said. Yeah, I'm not sure about love. I love one. Just one. I kind of like my mom. I sort of like my sister. I love my wife. So how far do you walk on an average walk? Three miles a day. Not bad, not bad. I have a Casa de Monte Cristo that is 6 miles from the house, and I can walk to that. But anything past 6 miles, and I guarantee the next day I am laying in bed, and that's it. Old? You're only as old as you feel? Come on, don't be old. I will never be old. I refuse. One day it's going to catch up to me if I live long enough. But look at this. I'm 45, and this is all the gray that shows. All right, there's a little up here. I had to grow it out just to look my age. I met a guy a couple weeks ago. He looked like he's 55 and he's 30. 30. Full head of gray hair. And he was looking at me and trying to call me a kid, and found out that I was older than him, and he was just like, how'd that happen? All right, 63 is old enough. If you want to say that you're old, I'll let you. Still too young to retire. Unless you're rich. If you're rich, you do what you want to do. I honestly am never going to retire. I'm going to have something to do. I have to. Hell, I get bored sitting still long enough, much less retired. I don't even think I could. I mean, monetarily, I probably could right now. You write books and smoke pipes. Are any of these books available to read? Obviously, the pipes are available to smoke, but probably only to you. I read books all the time. I read a ton of books. In fact, if I wasn't doing this live video, I'd be reading something. Hell, right now I'm rereading another set of books just because I felt like it. So what's the author's name on Amazon that I should be looking for? Because they might even have it on the Kindle app, and I can read on my phone. I do read a lot of books. You don't have to give me the author's name. Micah Cabrera. Howdy, Michael. I'm Donald. I'll be looking for your books. I really will. I can't say that I'm going to enjoy reading them. I mean, I'm not sure what the subject matter is, but I'll at least give them a look. You can only read so many technical manuals about boilers and electricity before you go out of your damn mind. You got to put something else in there every once in a while. Cool. I will definitely give that a look here in just a couple minutes. Once this place I'm going to go sit at. Tech stuff's cool, but on such a refined, finite subject, you get to the point where you just give me something science fiction, or give me some James Bond type something or other. I don't think there's a Louis L'Amour book that I haven't read. Just, it doesn't have to be any specific genre. I like to read. I like to know things. Hey, maybe one of these days I'll read one of your books. For degree is in electronic engineering, but I love a good Western theme. Hey, I'm good with it. We could actually have a electrical conversation. I speak fluent Omish. 18 years as an electrician, I better be able to speak Omish. Though when I start speaking Omish, it tends to make other people say that something hurts. Or I keep hearing them ask, what? What? Well, this pipe is just about cashed. Oh, yes. Welcome to the resistance. Well, this pipe is just about cashed, so I'm going to get off of here. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Cabrera. Doomsday and the Piper 69. Pleasure having y'all in here as always. And y'all stay safe. Remember, as always, long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. And I'll see y'all later.